Hey guys, it's Luke from Makes It Made Simple, and today I just want to talk really quick about the glue compressor and the sidechain and EQ function of the glue compressor. Now, I recently did a video walking through the glue compressor and showed a few examples of how to use it, but in the video, I described the EQ function wrong. I was under the impression it worked a different way, and then I found out about this, and so I kind of want to just make this video and talk about how the EQ function actually works and show examples of it. So if we look at the glue compressor here, if we click the sidechain function, we've got sidechain, and then now if I were to click like the kick drum, for example, let's go ahead and find the kick. And if I leave the EQ off, this is going to work like regular sidechain compression. And so now if I play, I've just got bass and kick going on, and I've got the bass, this whole bass group just sidechained now to the kick. I'll go ahead and lower the threshold. You can see what it's doing. So just like any time that we would sidechain, the kick to the bass, just like with any compression, not using the EQ function, that's how we would do that. And so I'm literally just sidechaining it to the kick, and it's pretty simple and straightforward. Now, hypothetically, let's say we had a drum group, and we didn't have the option to single out the kick. And so what we would do is we could use the EQ function here, and let's say that I'm getting the audio. Let's just choose the entire drum group. Let me find it really quick. So drums, and now this is getting audio from this entire drum group, which is all the drums. And let's say that we wanted to single out the kick by using the EQ function. Well, what we could do is we would go ahead and put the low pass filter on, and then basically the compressor is only going to start compressing when it picks up whatever frequency range that we are aiming for. So if I put this on 800 hertz, put it on a low pass filter, then it's only going to detect a signal below 800 hertz. So in that case, that would work well if we were trying to only sidechain the bass to a kick drum, but we had the kick drum in a group of drums, and we couldn't, say if we're working with like a loop or something like that, or if you're in a mastering situation and you wanted to, sidechain the kick and the bass and link them together, well, this is the way that we could do that. So go ahead and take a listen. I'll show you. So because the kick is the loudest it's the loudest part of the drums, it's going to kind of already be detecting the kick anyway. But, hypothetically, we could just go like this. And that's really going to be only getting that kick drum in there. If we did the other thing, if we did it the other way around, let's say if I wanted to detect like the hi-hat or something, I could go ahead and raise the frequency up like this. Now you can tell that it's only getting detected by the hats, okay? So that's how that works. And then let's say that I turn the sidechain off. This was something that had confused me for a while, but now I completely understand it. So I used to be under the impression that if you use one of these filters, let's say I put the filter here and then I put to 800 hertz again, and now I'm not sidechaining, but I've got the EQ function on. I had kind of misunderstood this as, oh, we're only compressing any signal that's under that frequency range. But what we're actually doing, we're compressing the entire signal, but the compressor's only being triggered when that frequency range hits it. And so in this case, if I have this on the bass, well, let's go ahead and actually go to the drum group instead. It'll be a lot easier to demonstrate this. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go ahead and just solo the drum group, and let's take a listen. Okay, so if I wanted to only trigger the compression when the kick drum hits, well, actually it's going to do that anyway because the kick drum is so loud. And so let's say that we wanted to, you only use the compressor, but we wanted to trigger it, but not because of the kick drum. Well, now that's where we could take the EQ function and let's say raise it above the kick drum. And now we are compressing the compressor being triggered off of these hats and everything above that upper range. Okay, it's still compressing the entire signal, but the compressor is only being triggered by frequencies in that frequency range. So I hope that makes sense. And, you know, I think this should clear things up. I think I was under the impression that it was almost working like you kind of like narrowing in on a band and compressing just the band, but it's actually compressing everything. And it's easy to kind of like think that, because if you have let's say you have a fast release and I put it like this on a low pass, and now it looks like I'm only compressing the kick drum, because if you look, it's being triggered by the kick, right? But now if I go ahead and I put a really slow release on, you'll see that the compressor is still being turned on because it's a slow release, and it's actually compressing the entire drum group. So you can hear it's turning down the entire signal, okay? So I wanted to clear that up. I'm gonna go ahead and attach this video to the glue compressor tutorial video that I have, just so you guys can see this, because I think it'd be really helpful. So that is the glue compressor and how the sidechain and EQ function work. And then if I bring this back to the bass, just to make sure I get everything covered, you know, if we go ahead and put this on here, and then let's say I want to sidechain to the kick again, and I want to hear what I'm doing, well, you can click this. Well, that doesn't sound that good, but you can hear when you click this little headphone button, now you can hear the sidechain signal coming through, and that's what that does. There you go. I hope that helps. Hope that clears things up. And yeah, I'll see you guys again next time.